Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to No Creek Farms. We are ready to start harvesting. So here in front of me, you remember we got the new grain cart and new trailer at the end of the last episode. So a couple of big improvements or upgrades for the farm, which is pretty nice to see. And we also got the combines ready, so they're both sitting over there patiently, waiting to go and get into the fields. So what I'm going to do to start with, we're going to take the gleaner, going to go start them in the field over the road, and then we're going to put the John Deere in the field just here behind the farm, behind the yard, and get started in there. Then obviously the gleaner will get finished first, and we'll bring that over and start helping out in that field. I'll probably have to run the grain cart back and forth between the two. Fortunately it's not too far to go, so we're not having to road anywhere too far, and we will just get things done. There won't be too many loads in the front field, I wouldn't have expected. So it may not take too long anyhow to do that. Now we're going to put this on course play and get that all set up. So I'll do that. The other thing, I'm going to swap the 8330 onto the grain cart while the 4840 there pulled it final on the road, and to get it back here. I think once it's full it may struggle a little bit with the weight, so we will make the most of having a bigger tractor now. So let's get this all set up. We'll get this guy started, go get the gleaner going, and then get into things. Alright, there we go. That's the John Deere, the 9500 underway in the soybeans there. So we better not waste any time or they will be full. So we'll go and get the gleaner all set up over the road. And then we'll have the grain cart to sort out. And there is the gleaner all underway, so it's all looking to be working pretty well. Missed a little bit here along the edge, but that's not to worry, we can pick that up a little bit later on. So next step, we'll go and get the grain cart sorted out like I said before. Go get the trailer swapped over, or tractor swapped over, sorry. The other thing actually I haven't done yet, which we will need to do and amongst things, will be to get the augers out and set up as well. So something else to think about. We'll just jump up in here. Let's get that disconnected right there, and put the tractor over here so it's out of the way. Keep it in the shed. We'll go find the 8330 over in the other shed. Alright, there we are. We'll just get backed in here, get that hooked up. Certainly made the tractor squat just a little bit then when the weight came on. We'll just go, and I suppose we'll have to... How far around is the John Deere? Right down the other end of the field. So I don't think it's going to get the whole way around in one pass. Although this field was not fully fertilised, so it's not going to yield quite as high as we'd expect. But I still think we will probably have to catch up to it. So we'll race around there now, and then we'll have to come back and get the gleaner. It's going to take a little bit of time until we've got the fields opened up to be really efficient with jumping back and forth, but shouldn't take too long to get that up and going. Well, I grossly overestimated the yield of this field. We've just chased this combine the whole way around, and it didn't even need unloading, so we will do it now while we're here and before we go over. But you'll see that the gleaner is already full, filled up faster. I think I had a quick look in the two combines. There's about a 10 bushel per acre difference in yield between having the fertiliser, two applications of fertiliser that the front field had, and the one application this field had. So a decent amount, about 10%. So certainly makes it worthwhile to get that second application of fertiliser on if you can. These fields will, once they've been harvested, they will get some manure and slurry put on them, because we have a decent supply of that at the moment. There we go, we've got the combine emptied, so we'll just get turned around and go over to the gleaner. Alright, now I know I need to be a little bit careful getting it under this auger, but you'll see there the gleaner's obviously made it almost 1.5 times around the field. So there we go, we'll run along beside him and get them unloaded, and then I think I'll shoot over to the yard and we will get the augers set up just while we have a bit of a lull between the two combines needing emptying. Just pulled in here to the yard, we're going to get the augers set up, but just looking, we've got only 50% full in the grain cart, but look at the squat on this. that weight. We've got a decent amount of weight on the front of this tractor too. Not sure how much it is, but it must be 1,000 pounds at least, if not more. But those front wheels have got a little bit of an angle on the front of them, and there's not much space. There on the back one, it's certainly got the tractor squatting. So that's something we'll have to be mindful of, and we may even have to put the even bigger tractor on it. We'll have to maybe get the 8960 here, get this out, and run the crane cart if it can't handle any more weight. Alright, there we go, we've got the main auger set up. We'll just have to go and get the little loading auger, and get that put in place as well. And there we go, that is the unload auger all in place. Just trying to position it in a way that if we choose to use the truck, we can get the truck and trailer over there without too many issues. I think that's probably quite a good spot to have it. I'll just get this backed up in here. I'm not going to hook it up to the auger, but we will just get it parked there just in case we need it. There we go, that is all set up. Now I haven't had any notification that any tractors are full. Let's go and check out here to see where the 9500 is. Oh, right there, that's good timing. Okay, and I just called them tractors, combines. Well, let's go and see if we can squeeze a little bit more in this, and how the weight is handled by the tractor. Right, there we go, we're just getting the combine here unloaded. I was trying to put a bit more weight in the grain cart there behind the axle rather than on the front, just to see if I can even it out a little bit, see if that impacts the handling on the tractor. We just drive about there, we'll see if that helps lower it down a little bit. Might have helped a touch. There we go, 71% full, so the combine is pretty much empty. So we'll head back up to the farm, and certainly when you start driving a little bit faster, those front wheels are getting pretty close to losing contact with the ground. Alright, so I think the gleaner is doing some short passes down there. You can just see down the far end of the field, so that will slow them down from filling up a little bit. So I think I might just get turned around here and see if we can unload from the auger pipe into this auger. We'll just get things unfolded here. Once we're done with that, I'll just unfold those lights. I didn't realise they were folded up. Slowly drive forward here and see if we can find our unload point. There we go. Alright, it's going up there. Doesn't look like it is going out the auger up the top, so we might just have to get out, and yeah, it's sort of filling up and not going anywhere. Right, we might have to hook this tractor up and get the auger turned on. Alright, there we go, looks like that's got that fixed. So that is all going. Have we emptied out the grain cart? We have. Very good. Right, first load into the bins. Should probably actually contact the co-op and see what the soybean price is. Just make sure we shouldn't be selling these at the moment rather than putting into storage. So you see, $47.41 per bushel. So it is climbing. So I think for now we will just put them into storage. I may put a load into the truck just in case that price keeps on going up, and have that ready to go and sell. Looks like the combine down here is not quite turning around, not quite finished, or they are finished and coming back this way, so unfortunately we're going to be on the wrong side for the pipe at the moment. I'm not sure how close they are to being full. They may be pretty close. The lights are flashing, so we'll get turned around and get ready to unload them. There's a few bits in the corner here I'm going to have to tidy up later too. The work is missed. Oh, things have worked out. They finished that run and must be heading down to the other end of the field to turn around, and have not needed unloading yet, so we will be able to run alongside them and get them unloaded when they've turned around, which is good. And just as we're coming along here to turn around, you can see the deer in the field beyond. So they're making their way around for their third headland pass, and they will be starting on their up and down rows once they've got that done. We'll just get pulled in here beside the gleaner. Make sure they get their pipe out first. There we go. And start getting unloaded again. Alright, there we go. We've just run the whole length of this run with them to keep the combine unloaded. Not sure whether we're in the way there to stop them finishing that little pass. Alright, we'll peel off and they can get turned around and carry on getting the field done. We'll head back up and over to the John Deere and get that unloaded before they head all the way down the other end of the field to start on the their up and down rows. Alright, that was good timing. They are just coming around to the end of the headland, so we'll be able to make sure that they go to the other end of the field without any extra beans in the hopper. Alright, and there we go. They are empty and they will go down and start on the up and down rows at the other end. There you go, header up, auger in, and they are off. So we will head out the front again. We'll go and ride along with the gleaner for a little bit, see how the work is going, and maybe just jump into a little bit of a time lapse or a montage of some of the harvesting. And there we have it, field 1 all done. So we're going to take the gleaner over to the other field now, get them set up and start working on this end, and basically split the field in half. John Deere is still going well up the end. It must be needing an empty very soon. It cannot be very far away from being full, but we will get the gleaner in here and get them started on some rows at this end. And there we go, all set up at this end of the field. So they will go across to get this piece here finished. The John Deere down there needs an empty out. Looks like they're facing the right way, which is fortunate, not having any access issues with the pipe, so we will head back over to the other field, grab the 8330 and head down with that Kinsey grain cart and get them emptied out. So I just figured before we head down to empty the John Deere right at the other end of the field, we're 72% full in the cart, so we should probably come in here and get it emptied out. We'll just get this over the unload auger again and get this all up into the bins. There we go, all running. Able to see it going up in the top there. Yep, you can see a bit of dust as the beans drop into the top of the bin. So it's all going pretty well. Pretty impressed with the speed this auger empties out at too. It's certainly not slow. Not overly fast, but not as slow as some of the other ones on the market, which is nice. There we go. Right, let's get down to the John Deere. Well, they look to have taken a decent chunk out of the end of the field already. We'll get them unloaded so they can keep on going. There we go, that is all in and under, and just like that they are going to turn back on and head off. I'm just going to make sure we get a bit of weight in the back of the grain cart. Just it has been actually, even though it does look like it's getting a lot of weight in the on the drawbar, the tractor's been handling it pretty well actually, so no big complaints. So there we go, we've got the John Deere emptied out. They will carry on going. We are going to head back down to the gleaner. Hopefully, I'm just looking at which side they're on. Hopefully by the time we get down there they've finished another pass so we can get them unloaded. And we will carry on with a little bit more of a montage. Just a little bit of an update here. The gleaner is almost finished down this end. We'll just let them get turned around and we'll go and get them emptied out. The John Deere is working their way across, so what we will do is reposition the gleaner and they can start on another section up there and keep on going with harvesting. And we'll just, like I said, get them emptied out. We'll go and get the John Deere emptied out and then we'll probably pretty much have a full grain cart that we can go and put up in the bins. I still wonder about putting some in a truck. What's the price doing? Let's just have a quick look. $48, still going up. So there is still that opportunity to potentially, if it goes over the $50 a bushel, to go and get a little bit more sold. Alright, there we go, that's the gleaner emptied out. So we'll head on over, catch up with the John Deere. Hopefully they're heading that way at the moment, so they'll be back to the other end, and by the time we get there, ready for another unload. And over here now, getting the John Deere emptied out. Should not take too long, they weren't overly full. Just mindful that there's a tile up here in front of us. There we go. I'll peel out of there. We'll come and pick up some more later. That's 88%, so that should be enough that they can carry on. Won't get full before we're back, and we'll go and put this up in the bins. Alright, there we go. Back here getting this unloaded. Just a few little issues we're having getting it to work. It's being a little bit temperamental. There we go. Might have just been the auger position wasn't quite right, but we're all emptied out in the bin now. And we've got all of those beans up in the bins there. And 2,500 bushels in storage, so getting some good numbers there already. Just waiting to make sure this all empties out. There we go, that looks like it all. Right, let's hop in the tractor and get back out there. We've just got the gleaner moved over here further into the field. They'd finished up in the end, so we're just opening another section up here. So we're a little bit over halfway. There you can see, a bit closer, so should still leave the John Deere enough to do. I'm not sure if it'll catch up to us or whether we'll get finished with the gleaner first. But like I said, things are going pretty well here with the beans. Obviously a little bit disappointing we're down 10% on yield because of the lack of fertiliser application. But not to worry, we are still getting enough in the bin that we should be able to make some decent coin and continue to upgrade more equipment on the farm. Alright, so with both combines running and the grain cart empty, I might just put this onto a little bit of a time lapse. A bit of time in the eyes of a grain cart operator, so we'll catch up with you in a minute. Alright, there we go. That's the gleaner has just about reached the end of the air run, so I'll just let them pick up that little piece there before we stop them. And then we'll let the John Deere just do those last probably 3 or 4 passes for their header. And then we'll be all done in this field, which is good news. Well, there's a good spot to leave the gleaner for now. We'll need to get it topped up with diesel, give it a bit of a clean off before we head down to the back of the farm to start the harvest on the soybeans and that down there. Not much sure how much longer that's going to take to be ready, but we'll just head over here. We're just going to wait for the John Deere to be finished, and then we'll be able to call it a wrap on this field for another harvest. And there we go, we are all done in this field. Soybeans all finished. I'm just getting the John Deere combine unloaded here into the grain cart, and we'll run these up into the silo, into the bins in just a minute. Hopefully they'll all fit into the grain cart. Actually, I'm not quite sure how the capacity is looking. Fingers crossed, should do. It's only 60 bushels left. There we go, all done. We'll just run this down and park it up next to the gleaner. Again, we'll have to top this up with diesel and give it a bit of a clean, a little bit of a service before we head down the back of the farm. I won't have to be running back up here and doing it, or taking the service cart down. So there we go, we'll leave those there, and we'll go and get the grain cart and get it emptied out, and probably call it a day there. Alright, so we'll just get the auger put out on this, get it positioned over top of the unload auger there. Excellent, we'll get these all put up in the bin. Now, next time, we've obviously got these fields here to deal to. They'll need to have some slurry and manure applied, so can't quite see, or you just make out the hedge of the manure mountain we're starting to build up there, so it'll be good to get some of that cleared out. So that'll be one of our tasks. I don't quite think the other crops are going to be ready, so I do have to spend some time taking care of the animals as well. Give them a bit of a clean, make up some more food, give them some more straw, and may even consider getting another truckload. We've got enough money there that we could afford another 50 or so cows, so we'll take a look at that too. But we're just going to park this around here. Should be out of the way enough on the edge, so we'll just leave that there. And we're going to call it quits for today. So thank you all very much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed that. Very impressed with this grain cart. Obviously the only issue is the weight that it puts on the tractor, so I might have a look and see if we can increase that or whether we maxed that out already. But like I say, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed that, and we will catch you in the next one.